podcast. No sugar, no cream. My name is Zach Refroy, and this is the podcast of No Sugar, No Cream. I'm happy to be here today. Seth is not able to be with us. He had other engagements and such. He will be here a little later. I'm here about to tell you about myself. I am a motivational speaker, and I live in a van down by the river. One of the best skits ever. Which I don't know. What is the name? I am a motivational speaker. Oh man, lost him too soon for sure. Oh my gosh, his name's on the tip of my tongue. Do you know his name offhand? Chris
Farley.
Chris Farley. Thank you. Fat guy in a little coat. Yeah. Funny guy. And then I still follow his partner in crime quite a bit. Of course, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. But yeah, in humor, so I was going to mention this before I forget. There's this young kid that's doing these bits, and he just tries different things. He goes to stand-up mics or just regular mics, but he's just a young kid learning stand-up comedy, and he plans to do this. He does this bit where he basically tells the same joke over and over again, and he does it in a clever way too. Like he's done it different times, but the clip I saw, he was like, tells the joke. He's like, "Well, that went well. I think I'll tell that again." And he tells it again. He tells it like 4 times, and he keeps on telling it because people will keep on laughing. and then he just like and he doesn't do it like a robot. It's just like he's really into the joke, but it's just a clever thing. I've never seen done before. Well, hey, that joke worked. I got to laugh. I'm going to tell it again. He just tells the exact same joke over and over again. But that's pretty funny. But yeah. But today in the news, I just popped up on TikTok or whatever. When I saw a live clip from it. A couple climbed the Empire State Building. Empire State Building this morning, I guess. This morning or early this afternoon, and they put up a sign that it's crazy they didn't have any blaze or anything. They weren't attaching themselves or crazy. I guess they're known daredevils. I don't know how popular they are, but after this they probably will be popular. But once they get out of jail, but it was interesting. People, the news people were worried about them and everything. And then one of them goes down to knee and proposes. I saw that, yeah. And then it's like, and everybody's just like, and it's so interesting just listening to the news people be like, oh, they're so happy for them, but no, you shouldn't have done this. This is illegal. Like, it's just a fill of emotions. You want them to be safe. Yes, they're doing something illegal. They're going to get arrested, but oh, she said yes. And then the angle is horrible. The one lady's, of course, women all, love those kind of moments. And, most guys like a warm-hearted moment like that too, unless your heart is itty bitty and little like so she was like, pan over so we can see it, because basically you're just seeing him on a knee and
the back of her
head. Yeah,
I saw that clip,
and it's so funny. But sure, they made it down safely, but they got arrested. But yeah,
now that's interesting because you have commented numerous times that your feed and my feed are radically different. Because I'll show you things that come across my feed, and you'll say, I don't see anything like that.
Right.
And then you show me stuff from your feed that I've never seen. But
are you seeing this feed?
This
story brought us together, Tim?
Yes. We got the same thing on our different disparate feeds.
How exciting. But yeah, big news today, I guess. But yeah, that is pretty crazy. But I guess we both enjoy
the overlapping circles, the Venn diagram of our two feeds
Do you get Daredevil stuff that often?
overlaps with daredevils climbing, and then. So I wonder what part of it made it overlap for you. You do like the daredevil. No, I don't get the daredevil. Maybe it must be the proposal that means it came because I'm a romantic.
I'm
a romantic at heart.
Romantic at heart, yeah.
Rebel is what I call myself.
We got to watch that.
Tim Wolf, romantic rebel.
Yeah, we got to watch that. I'll cry during love stories. I'll cry. In fact, during that trailer, when I played that trailer for that Netflix movie. We haven't watched it, but we'll have to watch the movie and then pretend like we're not crying. She's calling a phone number.
Yeah. Of her dead mom.
Dead sister.
Oh, was it a sister?
Sister died from cancer or something. And that oh my gosh, it's gonna probably break me up right now. It just
she's leaving voicemails.
And it's his phone number.
He got the phone number. And
so he just listens to him though,
and then they end up together.
But,
of course,
well,
it's a rom-com. Well, I don't know if they end up together.
Kind of creepy though to use that voicemail that didn't show up. But then though, you're curious too.
Every breath you take, every move you make. You know the song by The Police, "Every Breath You Take."
I'll be watching, right?
I'll be watching you is really a creepy song. It's about a stalker, but yet people have had that played at their weddings.
Oh, just ignore that part. Well, he did start. He did start as a stalker. He was peeking in my window, and I fell in love with him. It's like stalkers are okay if they're really good looking.
100%. That's what we learn. Now we've learned as a man, you approach a single woman, and whether or not she thinks you're creepy or not is if she finds you attractive. This has been commonly said, and that's a conclusion that we men have been given. So it's really hard to know if a random woman will think you're attractive unless you look like, what would be the go-to very attractive famous actor today?
Scarlett Johansson.
No, as an actor, male.
Oh, male actor.
Zach,
Tom Cruise.
Well, that's older, younger.
Still pretty good looking though.
Yeah, Tom
still
Cruise,
can do it.
and Brad Pitt, probably. Yeah, Brad Pitt. Even though they're like 60 years old, they still look phenomenal. But Zach, there's a Zach.
Zach,
something.
Zach. I was gonna say Zach Morris. That's from the TV show. Zach. Yeah, he's from Disney. Zach. I can't think of his last name.
And then the one we were watching where he's got this estranged younger brother, but the guy that used to be UFC fighter. What's his name? He's you were playing it for me. You were watching it, and then he's got his strange younger brother who's staying with him, and he plays a realtor.
Yeah.
What's that actor's name? Kind of a bodybuilder kind of guy. I mean, he's got really buff.
John
Cena. Cena?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Cena? Yeah. John Cena. I mean, so if you're John Cena and you approach the woman, it's not going to be creepy, most likely. Now, I suppose there are some women that don't think that John Cena is attractive, but I would say a very high percent. I mean, his odds are pretty high. The average woman is going to say John Cena is attractive. I'm guessing. Women, you can post in, let us know in the comments if you think John Cena is not attractive or attractive. Let us know either way. And I don't mean Zach Kanopoulos, not that Zach. A different.
He's the first one that came up too. Zach. I don't know why he's not
chubby. Not chubby Zach. Buff Zach.
What's crazy though? He got this big jaw and everything now, and they claim that he slipped and fell and hit himself like on some
Zach Ganopoulos. I'm mispronouncing his name.
No, the good-looking guy.
The good-looking one.
Zach. What would I say was from Disney? Disney's.
Well, I'm going to Google it on my computer if you can't find it.
Yeah, one huge issue with me Googling is my big fingers and this little I keep on want to say Zach Brack. Zach. Maybe it isn't Zach. Is it not? I could have
Well, we
sworn
got
it's Zach.
Zach. We got a couple of them. We got Zach Efron. We got
Efron.
Zach Young, and we got Zach Avery. When I Google handsome Zach actors, so which one are you? Which one? Now that I say the name, Zach Efron.
Zach Efron.
Zach Efron. And how about Zach Young? He looks pretty good based on this picture. And Zach Avery. Which one? Each one did.
It creeps me out what Zach Efron looks like now. Maybe it's
he's the one that has the jaw thing.
Yeah, he claims that he didn't have surgery, but he definitely did. So look, that's him now, or it was. That's what was him.
Oh, yeah, he looks radically different. It's much wider jaw.
Crazy.
So Zach Efron was.
I think it's
his biggest roles that he's famous for.
Supposedly he broke his jaw or whatever. But I think it's it's not that big.
He played Ted Bundy in Everything Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile, and he was in The Iron Claw. I don't know.
I heard that was well done. I think that's on Netflix, right? I think I've never watched it though. We watched 2 movies Sunday. That was enjoyable.
I don't know any of the films that he's been in. So,
yes, some good comedies.
New Year's Eve, 2011. The Lucky One, 2012. The Paperboy, 2012. Neighbors, 2014. I may have seen that one.
Yeah.
Awkward Moment, 2014. The Dirty Grandpa, 2016. Baywatch, 2016. And The Greatest Showman, 2017. His roles have included Ted Bundy in Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile, 2019, and Kevin Von Erich in The Iron Claw.
I think you would like The Greatest Showman. There's a bunch of good actors in that too. But that's if you haven't seen The Greatest Showman, you need to see that sometime.
I think I've seen clips of it. I think I've seen bits and pieces of it.
It's a great story. And based on a true story, I believe.
Did he do disappearing acts?
I forgot what his character is in that, but he's part of the cast. But he might do, but he's not the main character. The Australian that plays the X-Men. Oh, what a gosh, Wolverine. I'm so bad with names. I have to literally search like.
Okay, who is the best looking man in the world?
Hugh Jackman, which that's a good looking guy, but he's older. That's a good question. What they do the people
criteria use? So I mean, the man who's going to have 100% chance of approaching women not being a creep.
For sure.
According to this search, British actor Aaron Taylor Johnson, using the ancient Greek golden ratio of beauty phi, his facial symmetry measures roughly 93.04%. Perfection. Do you know who that is? British actor Aaron Taylor Johnson. I don't know who that is. Robert Pattinson and Regé-Jean Page also follow. According to public polls, most handsome faces: Henry Cavill, sexiest man alive, John Krasinski, Patrick Dempsey, and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, there's a 2000. So people every year do a sexiest man alive. And Michael B. Jordan is at the top of that. So I don't know. They mean like people vote on this. Michael B. Jordan's on there. Bad Bunny is on there. Timothy Chalamet. I was thinking of Timothy. Ryan Gosling. Yeah, he's in his 40s now. Still looking fantastic. Oh my goodness. Married.
And Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds probably the other Ryan.
Ryan Reynolds, still really good looking guy. Oh my gosh! I think
so. Any of those names, I'm going to submit. If they're doing the approaching, they're not going to get the creep label.
You're helping a girl helping up one of these men after they have fallen. From me doing it to them doing it, it might be, oh, you just touched me, to, oh, you just touched me.
We know our place.
You know, oh yeah,
we know our place.
When you were making this reference, it was so messed up, but for a little bit. Love women, but women were doing this thing where they were trying to catch men looking at them in the gym, and putting up a camera, trying to shame them and all that. And thankfully, it didn't last too long because they were getting called out on it. But yeah, sometimes it does. There's creepers there, but sometimes people are just looking around. And this girl, this one video I saw, the girl calls out one of the staff works there, and he's got to keep his eye on somebody, and he's like, you know what, get out. He ends up kicking her out of there because he knew what she was up to. It was like, it was like you're trying to basically you're going there trying to videotape somebody creeping you out. That's messed up.
And I've seen a woman put her phone in her back pocket and turn the camera on, and people are looking because people maybe are looking because the phone looks like it's about ready to fall out of your pocket. I mean, and that doesn't mean they're.
And I'm sorry, but if a girl has a nice butt, I don't think a guy should be shot if he glances at it. You know. Now one thing, if you're walking around or you're snapping pictures of something, that's disgusting. Okay, that's disgusting.
We just got canceled. This is the episode of No Sugar, No Cream.
Stop.
Thank you for the journey so far.
Let's pour out one for the homies.
We've enjoyed it. Thank you. We are now canceled because of Seth's admission.
I like butts. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Oh my goodness. But Travis Kelce, Travis Kelce's only on that list because of his wife, or soon to be wife. I guess they're getting married. It's all TMZ can talk about is them getting married. It's big news. I mean, goodness, I guess she makes $1 billion off of she's got a lot of followers, so there's going to have a lot of fans are interested. Oh, I get this. I guess I have a.
In case you didn't know, just to be clear, that's Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift
marrying the Kelce brother. Who Travis is her guy. Jason is the retired one, right? Travis is her fiance.
Neither of them are retarded. Retired.
Travis is Taylor's
once more
fiance, right?
Yeah.
Jason is the retired center.
Married to the very good, very, very entertaining. His wife is super entertaining. She has her own podcast now.
And he has his own podcast as well. Quite
successful. Very successful. Gotta love this iPhone. They got this, this little notch up here could be a little annoying, but I always, when I want to bid on something on eBay, I always miss it because I don't have my notifications on. But it gives me a little timer up there, and I can just click on that, and it takes me to something that I was looking at and that I'd bid it on before, and I could bid on it last minute, which there's nothing like coming in at the last minute. I bet you hate those people.
Do you have a gambling problem?
No. This isn't gambling. This is eBay. This is eBay. You get something.
Oh, okay.
A gambling problem. I don't think I could ever have a gambling problem. I sweat when I have $10 on the line.
Okay, so what's happening today in sports? I mean, today the U.S. has the first game in the knockout round.
Yes, you win, you're in. You lose, you're out.
And I saw one of the reports were favored to win.
Yep,
Bosnia-Herzegovina. And
say that 3 times fast.
I visited Bosnia-Herzegovina, Sapporo.
You sure you didn't just visit Bosnia?
What's the name of the
you laughed at that. You went to a straight face.
Is that Sarajevo? Is that it? Yeah, Sarajevo.
Okay.
Sarajevo, Bosnia. And I visited there. It was a wonderful town. Enjoyed it very much. And anyway, we're favored. The U.S. is favored to win. And I saw an article the other day on the news or on the TV saying that the U.S. is, as long as there's been World Cups, and I think there's been World Cups for almost 100 years, every 4 years, the U.S. has only won one knockout round game, one time. And so we're hoping to double that total tonight. Rooting for the U.S. team, of course, as an American. So
it's crazy.
Yeah,
we've only advanced once in playoffs.
And
probably a lot of them, but we didn't make it into.
Most of them we never made it to the knockout round, I would say. most of the time.
Well, it'll be exciting. We played really well.
Or I mean, didn't even qualify for the World Cup.
Right. That is, that's what I was thinking.
First, you have
but
to
then,
qualify, and then you have
then
to
you got to do the
win
make it into the
knockout round,
which is 32 teams.
And so we should probably Google how many times what percent of the time did we even make the knockout round?
I mean, I don't think we want to see that statistic. That's a really bad one. I was ready to just bring up the bracket. I was just watching one game right now, which was basically over 2-0.
Well, one big prize. I'm not a huge fan. I'm becoming more of a fan. Okay, so 1930 was the first year. That's what I thought. So in 1930, we finished third. I mean, it was a different time in the world, right? We finished third, reached the semifinals, finishing third. Lost in the round of 16, reached the round of 16, 90. Okay. We have a 1-7-0 record in modern knockout games. The only modern knockout victory being a 2-0 win against Mexico in 2002 in the round of 16. Round of 16, did they increase it? Now it's 32. They must have changed it. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So,
or did they make it from 32 down to 16?
No, it's in the round of 16. There must have only been 16 in the knockout round, I'm going to guess. Let's see if we can find that out. But we've only reached the knockout round 7 times. So 30
out of like 26. I think this is the 26th World Cup.
There have been 26, including this one, or
this. I think this is the 26th.
So out of 25 World Cups, we've only made it to the knockout round 7 times. 7 out of 25. And of those 7 times, we only won 1 game. So, hopefully our fortunes change tonight and we win another game and double our number of games that we have won.
Yeah. I think a game's at 8 o'clock tonight.
They're favored to win. So
should be, try to watch some of it. It can be exciting and not so exciting.
Well, as you get to know the game, you realize where the excitement is. I used to think it was boring, but now I've been watching these games and the fans are so into it. I love how the fans are so, the football fans, international football, not American football. Football is, the fans are so intense into it. That's one of my favorite things. They're so into the games and they dress up. They put on paint and they're just serious about supporting their team. And I absolutely love that. I think that is one of the major attractions of the games. And, I'm not being a very casual fan. I was quite surprised to see that Germany did not make the knockout round and they were knocked out by, of all teams, Paraguay. No shame against Paraguay, but generally speaking, you got to have a relatively larger country to have the number of people to pull from and also the funds. Let's face it, you got to hire good coaches and trainers and you got to have money to do that. And Paraguay is a small country, a Latin American country, and they knocked out Germany to make it to the knockout round. Good for Paraguay. That's exciting. What's the population in Paraguay? Let's look that up.
Paraguay.
What do you think? I'm going to say a couple million. I'm going to guess a couple million.
Well, I already saw it. It's just under 7 million, I think.
Okay, 7 million. So,
or a little over 7.
So 7 million people, and Germany is one of the, probably the top 5 developed. Germany. Germany is the third largest economy in the world, behind only the U.S. and China. So Paraguay, I wonder how many people live in Germany. Top 5 economy. So
yeah, I watched that game in the afternoon. Most of it Monday happened in the afternoon, and it used up all the overtime with them still 1-1, and they had to went to the shootout. It was crazy.
And Paraguay won it in the shootout?
They won it not in the first shootout, but after they do what was it, 4 or 5? They each do 5. They go back and forth and do a total of 5 each, and then it's sudden death, and they do 1 at a time. So they made it through the 5, and then on the first,
and nobody scored. Did anybody score?
They scored 3 out of the 2, which the ball is so close.
3 out of the 5, you mean?
3 out of the 5, yeah.
Each team scored 3 out of 5?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then the first, I think I can't remember. I think Germany. I think went first and missed it, and then Paraguay put it away by scoring the sudden death.
That's got to be one of the biggest upsets of the 2026 World Cup. I gotta say, it has to be.
They're the first big.
Germany is a multi-winner. Germany has won, I think, 3 times the
crazy.
whole thing. Germany has won the World Cup multiple times. I'm going to say 3 times. They're always in the hunt for the winning, and to be knocked out by little Paraguay. I mean, shout out to Paraguay. God bless you. I am so happy for you. Little country of 7 million people knocked out the giant Germany.
That's pretty cool.
That's amazing. That is awesome. I love it. We all love a David and Goliath story. So.
Oh yeah, just like it's really amazing. It makes me think of like March Madness when you have these small colleges.
Oh, yes, same thing.
Love to see that
kind of thing.
Small colleges nobody know about.
Unless they're playing your team, then you don't want the small colleges to win.
Yeah. I remember there was this. They end up highlighting the colleges too that are in it that have never made it or whatever. Or they win the first round and like what's this team? And I remember them highlighted in one college, and the college was literally right on the beach. What a deal! Have your college right on the beach. They literally we're right next to the beach. My goodness gracious, what a college! I was like, I think I'll go jump in the water after my physics class. After a lecture.
We'll take a swim in the ocean.
Let my brain.
Yeah. All right. So I want to take the moment for those of you who are tuning in.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
take a moment and please observe and acknowledge wonderful haircut that my nephew had.
Oh, thank you. This whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah. It was turning into quite the mop. I was about to.
He had hair that added about 6 inches to his height.
Yeah,
he was up there.
Yeah, I was 6'3" for a little while there. I was 6'3" for a little bit. Yeah, happy to get my haircut. I don't think my barber. I was amazed that my barber gave me his phone number after that haircut. I was like, he's never gonna want to see me again. I was like, in fact, because he has my number, I was like, in a month, tell me to get my butt in here and get my haircut because I don't want to do that again. I think it's been at least 9 months.
So Mike Clay said hello. Good to see you on here, Mike. I
put it on the screen. Appreciate you, Mike. Me and Mike go way back to today. Just met him. Nice to meet you, Mike.
So, and then in NBA news, we love the NBA. And LeBron James has announced that he will no longer be playing for the LA Lakers.
So where will he go?
He has not been decided, but he is going to play somewhere.
So there's a few places that are at the top of the list, right?
Yes, they're saying the Warriors is one.
Warriors, that would be awesome. Both our teams, and then
Celtics would be another.
That would be crazy.
And someone is saying, Mike says, "Nice to meet you."
So, nice to meet you.
an article that I saw said the Spurs. If he went to the Spurs, he could get another ring. LeBron. I'm sure one of his highest goals. I mean, he met a goal that he had. He wanted to play with his son in the NBA, and he made that goal.
Mm-hmm.
You set a goal and you make it. Okay, what's the next goal? I am sure that one of his top goals is to win another ring. He's won 4. He would like to get to 5. Kobe had 5. Of course, Jordan had 6.
6. He ain't gonna get that. I mean, he could. He could. He's a machine.
Bill Russell had 11.
He-
So I mean.
Let me guess. Celtics. Called it.
Anyway, so that's kind of big news. And then the Celtics signed away from the Knicks, Will Robinson, phenomenal rebounder and defensive player, shot blocker. The Celtics signed him to a 3-year contract, and the Knicks are Knicks fans are a little bit devastated because he was a major part. I mean, he didn't shoot well, but he can't shoot free throws to save his life. But he made some very significant rebounds. I remember that a couple of those games down the stretch.
Was he a big part of the championship? I mean,
very much. Robinson, yes.
You win a championship and then you get rid of one of your star players.
No. He had free agency and he came to the Celtics.
Oh, okay.
He made his own choice.
He made his own choice. Okay.
And we've talked about it before. It makes me very sad and nervous and upset that we've been shopping, we've been shopping Jaylen Brown, and how are we ever going to repair that relationship if we don't trade him? If he gets traded, okay. But if we don't trade him and he says, okay, he's playing for the Celtics this coming season, how do you repair that relationship after everybody's been talking about the fact that he's been offered up to every team in the NBA and you're trying to trade him? How do you repair? And then, I don't know. How do you repair that relationship? And it's not like he sucked last year. I mean, the Celtics were considered to be a play-in team because Tatum was injured, and Jaylen Brown took the Celtics to second in the East, and he was 5th, some say 6th, in MVP voting. He had a banner year. Why are you trading him? Why?
That's their. That was their all-star player. I mean, he
was all-star.
He was their guy.
He was the all-star this past year, all NBA as well. Why are they trying to trade him? I do not understand. So, and if they don't get the trade done, oh, thank you, Mike. Mike said I just sent you to 5 people I think will like your music. Thank you so much, Mike. You're awesome. Appreciate you. Anyhow, so why are they trying to trade Jaylen? I don't know. But I am very excited because we needed a center. We needed a rebounder and a defensive presence. Will can't shoot free throws, but boy, he can rebound and he can shot block. And he's also weakening the Knicks, which is going to be, I mean, the Knicks are defending champs now. And they're in our division and they're really close, you know. We play them a lot. I think we play them 4 times, and you know they're gonna be the defending champs, or they are the defending champs, and so for the entire season they'll be defending champs. So it's going to be interesting. And then we also signed a point guard, Mike Conley, who's like 38 years old, played for the Timberwolves, and you know he's getting up in years, and he doesn't have the Benjamin Button disease that LeBron has. He's younger than LeBron, but he's older, and they signed him, I think, for the veterans minimum. That's a huge pickup. He'll be at minimum a great locker room presence because he's won at least one ring, I believe, and he's a great locker room presence. So I'm glad we got him for the veteran minimum. Oh! My battery is not being charged. What the heck is going on here? Hold on a second.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger. No, ladies and gentlemen, please pause with us as we have technical difficulties. Technical difficulties on No Sugar, No Cream. Brought to you by Puddin'.
Because if my computer dies,
we all die.
they all die. The whole thing goes down.
Kaput.
It looks like it's charging now. It says it's plugged in now. Sorry for the interruption.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have
plug-in wasn't-
experienced a malfunction. What happened?
I can't unplug it. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's charging now. Woo! It went from, the little symbol said plugged in, and it took about 30 seconds, and now it's switched over to charging.
Charging.
Woo! Relief.
Tim Wolf, your iMac is now charging.
Okay, Mike. Mike said he had to go to Walmart to finish your wife's order. So good at seeing
Grab
you
me
on
some
here.
chips,
Thank you.
Mike.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you in person as well, Mike. Yeah, get some chips for Seth.
Give me some chips, some Ruffles, preferably. Ruffles,
What flavor?
What was it? The sour cream Ruffles, I think. Any Ruffles. I'm a big fan of the Ruffles. Anything but the original. Well, if you have the original, then you can dip them in some ranch or some kind of dip, Now I'm getting hungry.
We'll see you, Mike.
Well, a couple days coming up. Got July 4th. I think we're gonna do a little.
I was thinking it's Friday,
barbecue.
but it's Saturday.
Yeah, it's a Saturday. Yeah,
I was
it's
thinking
kind of
it was Friday, but it's Saturday.
Yeah. Saturday the 4th. Today's the 1st. Just a day late. We had some things going on yesterday. We usually on Tuesdays, so I appreciate you if you're watching us live. Appreciate you being here, and feel free to share the podcast with your friends. But we're here every week, and looking forward to some yummies this weekend. I think I'm gonna make some of my cheesy corn and some loaded mashed potatoes, maybe, and come up with something else too. Something special. And I think Tim might do a little.
I'm thinking about doing some meat
some
smoking. I got to go and see what they got at the grocery store. They might be sold out. I should have gotten it before Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right?
Today
people
is
may have already. We'll see what they got. We'll see what they got there.
And if not, we might just be going to In-N-Out. I mean, I'd be fine. I'd be fine with some hot dogs and burgers too.
Oh, Mike, I missed it. You said, so no joke what I said about the OKC Thunder. Oh, Mike, I don't see any comment by the OKC Thunder.
It better be nice.
What I said about the OKC Thunder.
It better be nice. I'm more of a Steph Curry fan. I like Steph.
Well,
I like to go over
the
those
Thunder
games.
didn't win last year, but there's no doubt they're going to be a incredible threat for years to come. They re-signed Hartenstein, I saw, had the MVP 2 years in a row. Yeah, the Thunder are not to be trifled with.
No trifling.
I think I read that the only reason that they lost is there were some injuries. It wasn't SGA and it wasn't Hartenstein, but there were a couple other players that had some injuries, I believe. I don't remember which players they were, but they weren't at full strength. So you can't count out the Thunder. They won it not this year, but last year. And they will be a competitor for years to come. They're all quite young, and they have so many draft picks. So the Thunder are, not to be dismissed. And SGA losing to the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, I'm going to say that he has a burr under his saddle so intense that he will double his offseason prep. And just watch out. He's already the league MVP for 2 years in a row.
You sure he has a horse?
He could come back. You sure he has a horse? Could come back even better. So watch out for the.
Watch out! Watch out! Well, we got a little bit to wait on the NBA season starting up, but before you know it, football is going to be here, and I'm looking forward to that. Of course, my Cowboys are looking good, looking real good. Of course, I talked about it before. After the they drafted, all the analysts were saying they probably had the best draft, did the best during the draft for what they needed of any team, and then got some other players that weren't drafted. Talked about it on here. The first Indian from a certain tribe was first.
Oh, right.
Player.
Yeah.
Signed a 1 or I think 3 years.
Yeah,
I
we
think it was a
talked about that. Didn't we talk about
3 year
that on the
contract. Yep,
podcast?
sure
Yeah.
did. So that's exciting.
That was a big deal.
I think
And then
offensive
also-
line or something.
The first guy who'd never played American football before from somewhere in Africa, but he had insane numbers. He was like
Right.
weighed like 300 pounds. and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
could-
Who
he
got
could do
him?
like a
That wasn't
4'6",
Cowboys though,
a
right? That
4'6"
was somebody.
or 4'5".
Yeah, that blew me away. I
He
thought
was so big and so, but he could still run a very fast 40. I don't remember the stats, but it just shocked me how fast this big man was.
Yeah, he's got the numbers. I mean,
But he's never played American football.
Never played American football. I was confused by that. I was like, because that hardly ever happens.
Well, there's a saying in the NBA: you can't teach height. You get a 7-footer. Do you know that a 7-footer if you're a 7-foot person, you have a 1 in 7 chance of playing in the NBA just because you're tall.
That's amazing.
I remember reading an article about that. 1 in 7 chance.
Taco made it, but I don't know how he's doing. He might be in the
Taco
G
Fall,
League.
yeah, 7'4", but not very coordinated. We kind of liked him because he was so tall, but he
looked like he had a fun personality, a little quirky.
Yeah, Taco Fall.
But we did get a 7'1", or no, just under 7 foot. I think he was like 5'11".
6'11".
6'11". I'm about to consider myself really tall. I'm 5'10", but when I put my Jordans on, I'm about 6 foot.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah, 6 feet.
Hey. This podcast is out of control, ladies and gentlemen. We might have to cut it off early.
Those
If you're
two guys
tuning
are
in-
crazy.
If you're tuning in right now,
Crazy.
I know you're about to click
I'm not going to
on,
listen to them.
and I don't blame you. You know what? Just go ahead and click off. That's fine. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, here's a question. Gray Assel asks, Tim, have you seen Supergirl? Is that a movie?
That's
that must be a movie.
That's a movie. It's in the DC universe. She was at the end of the Superman movie.
I think I've seen
And
clips of that.
Yep.
It's
Looks really
upcoming,
exciting.
right? It hasn't come out yet.
It is. In fact, Daniel Daniel and my dad just went and saw it.
Okay.
So of course Daniel didn't like it, and I knew he
Daniel
was gonna.
is Seth's brother.
Daniel's my
other
brother,
nephew.
and he is. Shout out to my bro. He said he didn't like it. He said you're probably gonna like it. I was like, yeah, I probably will, because I come into movies. I come with like a clear. I don't let things affect me. Like if I wanted a certain way or whatever, I try not to let that affect me. At times it's going to, but I just want to hear a good story, maybe some good action, good acting. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've fallen asleep during some movies that weren't so good, or I've fallen asleep during some decent movies. But I've walked out on theaters too bored. But this one looks exciting. But yeah, the reviews on it aren't so good. They were just kind of I don't know. I guess the way they betrayed her or whatever, but
you know,
I don't know,
think
which
when
is
I went-
fine with me. It looks exciting. I like the idea,
I'm
the aspect
thinking
that come
now,
with.
because I went and saw the Michael biopic when it was in theaters. The fact the day that the weekend it came out, I think what did it open on Friday? I was there Saturday. I had, because I'm being a musician thing, I had to see that fresh out of the gate. And of course they play so many trailers. And I believe that's when I probably saw the trailer for Supergirl. I'm sure that they probably played that before the movie.
You enjoyed Michael a lot, right?
I did.
Did we talk about? Do you know that his daughter came out very against it? It was just so interesting. I don't know all of her reasonings, but I think she felt like it didn't represent him very well. I'm like, I'm curious, what about it didn't? Because the interesting part is the other two boys were really involved, and they were super involved in it. So I'm curious. I wonder if they're not on talking terms or something too with her two brothers, but she was very unhappy about that movie coming out and just the story that it represented. I'm like, what did she want? Betray?
Many people tell story that represented it, that she wants more of the.
Yeah, what does she want? What does she want? That to be part
stuff, sexual assault
and I'm
stuff?
fine with the story not being okay. For one thing, what he was brought to court several times, and they never
But
there was no.
Okay, there are people that are saying there are reasons for that. He bought that. There are arguments that are saying that the worst of it is not even reached the light of day.
Right.
So, and there are people who were bought off, and I don't know.
And there's some of the kids like Carter said that they were trying to set him up. I mean, he was one of the kids that were over there. That said, what do you? Because they were asking him like questions, trying to get him to say that he was molested. For one thing, why if there's this issue with this guy, why are all these parents letting their kids go over and play with him?
Yeah, I don't know. I
don't know either. I think I'm kind of neutral on it to an extent. I mean, that's why I find documentaries and what proof there is.
There is
a newer one now where two people come out and say that it is, but it was like you came out with a movie, you get a bunch of money for it, but it doesn't look good for Michael just because the situation he created, these kids in bed with him.
Yeah.
But lots of the kids come out and said nothing happened, but so far as I know, there is only these two people that have said, for all these people that have, or I could be wrong about that, but because I really don't know all the details, but
anyway,
there's some conspiracy
the critics of the Michael biopic is saying that it did not even go into the sexual molestation accusations, and
go ahead.
and they in fact did have a completely different ending filmed, and they were going to go into that in the movie. This is true, and they realized that there was a settlement agreement with at least one person, that they had a settlement agreement on the accusations, and that agreement specifically prohibited them talking about it. So they had to completely rewrite and refilm the ending of the film, because they would have been in violation of that agreement, and they would have been sued for that. So at the last minute, they had to change how. So that's why they were planning on having it in the movie, but they had to take it out because at the last minute, because of the agreement with some defendant who had claimed, now obviously settle out of court, no admitting of wrong, and they go ways and money's exchange hands from the Michael Jackson gives money, and so it doesn't admit guilt, and so, but that settlement required no mentioning of it, so they had to completely change the ending of the movie. And that's one reason why it doesn't cover it, because they were planning to, at least that particular incident.
Isn't the story mostly about his first years or whatever, though, too?
Yeah, and then it goes into I'm bad. Is it Bad? Yeah, when he came out with Bad, which was like 96. It covers his biggest years. It covers 96. After 96, he started fading.
And that's when
popularity
the accusations started too, right? That's when the accusation started, was in the 90s, right? Or I mean, there's little stuff probably before then, but the big accusations where they took him to court was in the 90s, I think, right?
I think so. So it ended with after he got away from his dad as his manager, and he did a show where he did the song Bad, and that was the final scene of the biopic, was him performing, or his nephew performing as him, doing the song I'm bad.
It doesn't bother me one bit that they don't put that in there and they just cover. I mean, unless they're, because I feel like there's plenty of his life that happened before all that was part of the story, and the majority. I mean, if you grow up in the 90s and beyond, all you hear about, to an extent, his music, but a big part of the story is the accusations. But there's so much of Michael Jackson that people don't know about because of all the accusations, because so much focus on that, and people don't even know about the Jackson 5 and know about I watched a really good video on all the different Jacksons that came out with the CDs. So many of the family came out with their own CDs and stuff, and there was certain levels of a number of different levels of popularity they did. Some of the siblings that never even planned on coming out with an album came out with the album. It was kind of interesting, but
here's a AI summary. Michael Jackson faced multiple highly publicized child sexual abuse and misconduct allegations over a 25-year period. While Jackson maintained his innocence, and the Jackson estate continues to vehemently deny all claims, the allegations profoundly impacted his legacy. 1993, Jordan Chandler, the first major public acquisition, came from a 13-year-old Jordan Chandler, resulting in a high-profile police investigation. No criminal charges were filed, but Jackson ultimately settled a civil lawsuit with the family for an estimated $25 million. 2003-2005, Gavin Arvicio, Jackson was arrested and indicted on multiple counts of child molestation, administering intoxicants to a minor, and conspiracy. Following a massive 14-week televised trial, a jury found him not guilty. But he was Michael Jackson. So did his fame factor in that? I mean, OJ was found not guilty as well. And I think almost everybody believes that he did do that. Just saying. 2019, Wade Robson and James Safechuck. The accusations returned to the forefront in the HBO documentary Leaving Neverland, featuring two former child performers who allege Jackson molested them. And there's ongoing civil litigation, at least two lawsuits, Robson and Safechuck lawsuits, and Caskill family lawsuit. So
it does seem like there's more evidence against him than would vindicate him. I mean, enough to put yourself in that situation. It sticks me to the parents. The parents know about all these accusations they're just taking and just dropping their kids off to hang out with him or whatever. Letting them
did they
sleep
know
there.
that at that time? I don't know.
I mean, a lot of them did, because there's tons of ones that happened afterwards.
I don't know.
And then it's payday. So yeah, I definitely I would say. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be the one to judge, but I feel like there's been enough accusations that would say he did. But I would say there's a good chance there's some fake ones in there too. But yeah, just there's plenty of evidence to say that he did, that there were definitely some kids that were abused by him.
Well, regardless, I mean, his music, if you just listen to his music, it's absolutely amazing artist. He was iconic artist. The late 20th century artist. He was during his time, there was nobody bigger. He created a lot of things, and it was all him. It wasn't a manager doing that. His dad was a manager, but his dad tried to limit it, and Michael made the decisions, like the Thriller. The whole episode of an 8-minute, or that whole video. He apparently came up with all of that. He created that in his mind. He had the creativity to come up with that. He was an extremely creative person. And the moonwalk and all of that. Now, he learned that moonwalk dance from someone else, but it's like Eddie Van Halen did not invent tapping. He made it popular. He took it to the mainstream and made it something. Same thing. Michael Jackson did not invent the moonwalk, but he took it to another level and made it what it was. So that doesn't diminish either of their contributions in that, in my opinion. How about your opinion? What do you have to say?
Yeah. It was the moonwalk is interesting. the story of that would be amazing. The funny part is, how good was the original person at moonwalking? He might have just been horrible at it. In Michael Jackson, people literally thought there was a rope pulling him backwards. That had never been done before on a live stage. It looked insane, and he did it so smooth, which is funny now. Now once somebody does it, you've seen it, and then people can just like perfect it, just
Okay.
like but people literally thought it was fake. It was so funny.
He learned the moonwalk from a variety of places.
Mm.
It's originally called the backslide, and then just naming it the moonwalk. If he came up with that name, I mean, just naming it that is genius in itself. It was called the backslide, and he learned it from a combination of street dancers and professional choreographers. The street, he stated that he observed doing the move in black neighborhoods and learned the foundation from them. And then there's a guy named Jeffrey Daniel, was a fan of the group. Jackson was a fan of the group Shalimar and sought out dancer and choreographer Jeffrey Daniel, who famously performed the backslide on British television. Daniel taught Jackson the technique and later choreographed for his bad and smooth criminal errors. So this Jeffrey Daniel was his choreographer and taught him how to do the move. Cooley Jackson, professional dancer who danced on Soul Train and Solid Gold, also taught Jackson the illusion of the backslide. Following these lessons, he practiced the move obsessively in his private studio for months.
That's interesting. I didn't know he'd been trained by multiple people. I thought it was one person in particular.
Well, there we have it.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That's why you learn these things on No Sugar, No Cream. Never miss an episode.
Tune in. Never miss an episode. We might miss an episode, but you better not.
Ooh, rock and roll. Well, we're
All
coming
right.
up on 50. What do we got here? 50,
On that note, let's see your best moonwalk.
57.
Can you moonwalk? I can't moonwalk.
I can't moonwalk to save my life.
I could do a killer
57
butterfly.
minutes.
Something like that.
You
Guys,
do a really
thank
killer high pants walk.
Oh yeah, my pants.
We found a video of a serious city councilman doing he's talking about sidewalks, putting sidewalks in, saying they're really important for the safety of the city. And he wears his
Run for mayor or something, right?
No, I think he's a councilman.
Councilman, yeah.
And he's a doctor. I don't know if a medical doctor. And he's probably, I'm going to guess, in his 70s. And he has his pants so high.
So high.
It's
above his belly button,
so
way above his belly
high,
button.
and his body shape, it almost looks like his legs are on backwards. I mean, it just looks so bizarre. And the comments underneath there are just, are you going to demonstrate? Are you going to? Okay.
Thanks for everybody enjoying the podcast. We will see you next
time. Can you get behind? Get behind. I want to see what you look like. Get behind.
I don't know what I'm doing. Thanks for coming to the podcast, guys. We will see you next time. Like and follow. Give us a follow for Pete's sake. We need your love. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We love you guys. And let's keep those streets clean. Woo! I'm going to go die in pity.